Morning, everybody. Scott Schaefer, A Theory of Nothing channel. Woo! I got a big one today. Big one for me, anyways. Maybe for you guys, it's, yeah, no big deal. Today is Friday, May 6th, I think, or whatever the hell the date is. And I am flabbergasted this morning. Apparently, oh, this one's a doozy. Apparently, since 1997, a company called Celestis, and I'm not reading the teleprompter, so I'm going off of my memory of several articles I just read. A company called Celestis started renting space on rockets being launched into space by various other organizations, including NASA, of which they are sending human remains up for space burials. And apparently, one Mr. Shoemaker remains in 1997 were shot from a rocket to the moon and successfully landed on the moon. Let me rephrase that. They launched a missile of some form, because I didn't get through the whole article, at the moon with human remains in there. Only one. This Professor Dr. Shoemaker, who's a scientist, who died suddenly from a car crash in 1997. And they put his ass up on the moon. Now, we've all seen the videos of NASA, most of us anyways have, seen the videos of NASA, that says, can't get past Van Allen radiation belts. We can't put anything past Van Allen radiation belts. And we haven't been back to the moon since early 70s because of, well, we got rid of all the technology and the telemetry data. But now, Ian, wherever the hell we're at, Orion, belt, spur, whatever we want to call it, of reality, versus the Sagittarius arm, which is where I am from, and my wife. Here, there's been seven other countries who are now launching lunar landers at or onto the moon, several of which have successfully landed, including China, and others who have at least gotten there but had issues and couldn't get their rovers to land successfully. They've orbited the moon, they tried to land on the moon, but shit went south. But this one is a new one to me, that NASA, in conjunction with Celestis, has buried human remains on the moon, albeit ashes. But even still, WTF, people. There's a lady over in Europe, maybe Great Britain or something like that, that does YouTube videos. She's in the Mandela community. I don't remember her name. She's got long black hair, usually wears glasses, older lady. Older, probably just only a few years older than me, but she's Mandela affected. She is hardcore Mandela affected, and she is actually from Orion, but not this Orion. She claims she's from a small Orion spur planet and is now here on this Orion planet with a lot of us. And her realities, most of her reality past is very similar and lined up to ours in the Sagittarius arm. Very subtle differences and variations, but are still massively different than this. She's also claiming that she's been in email communications with other people on Facebook and YouTube and whatnot that they are touting they're still in Sagittarius arm, but realities are shifting. And others are claiming that they're in Orion and that their realities are shifting. So she's kind of coming up with a hypothesis right now that we have multiple realities running at the same time, and that we're connecting to each other, at least connecting each other through the internet. Now, when I first heard her say this, I kind of raised my eyebrow and I said, bullshit, I think those people are just bullshitting. However, as we all know, with the advent of quantum computing and Google having quantum computer and NASA having a quantum computer, that is Google, NASA together, it is very likely that she is accurate in her statement. It is very accurate that even though our conscious from the Sagittarius arms, for those of us who are affected, are here, it is very, very likely that there is a Orion arm self or whatever other part of the universe self who has then moved over to there. Remember, I spoke before in previous videos about our conscious body swapping. And what she may be latched onto is a person from one reality or the other one who's now moved over to a Sagittarius or a different arm of Sagittarius or whatever. So is this multi-dimensional communication between people in other dimensions that have been Mandela affected? Very, very likely. Very curious subject matter. It needs some due diligent research on that. I'm going to reach out to her and see if I can open up some communications and hopefully be able to, even though she's in England, might work out timing-wise for us to be able to have a phone conversation. I'd love to be able to sit down with her and my wife on the phone, or even just get her in touch with my wife and have them communicate back and forth, or the three of us open up a dialect and get her feedback, and then try to get in touch with some of these other people that she's been talking to and see if we can break the quantum computer effect of going through Google, communicate like Facebook and stuff like that, and see if we can actually physically talk to people. Because, hey people, there's human remains buried on the moon. Holy shit. May 2019 on so-called planet Earth, or whatever the hell we are. Kind of lends more credence day after day after day to this holographic universe. Dale Dufay, Jason Christopher of the I Am channel, SMQAI. And SMQAI, mostly speaking to you, brother, because I know you've done a lot of research and stuff like that on this holographic universe. Get on board, man. If you guys are in contact with him and you are a member of my channel, please, please, please share this video with all these guys. Please let them know. There is a link on my YouTube channel under the About section for my email address. And by God, email me a.theory.of.nothing@gmail.com. Because if this lady over in England is accurate and the people she's communicating to are honest, this multiple divergent realities being able to communicate back and forth across the internet, which is very, very likely based on quantum computers and quantum theory with quantum computers. We need to dig deep into this one, people, all of us. And this is going to take a community effort to do something so huge as this, and to pull it in across all these spaces, if in fact this is reality. Or if she's getting her leg yanked by somebody, or is yanking the internet's leg, which I don't think she's doing, because she's come across very, very genuine in every video I've ever seen of hers. So if she is actually communicating with people from other dimensions through the internet, via Facebook, via Google, email, whatever, through the internet, this is definitely something worth looking into. Because all it does is further connect dots for all of us. Let me know in the comments section of this video your thoughts on this video and this moon landing, and whether or not it's always been a reality for you. Because if this took place, this ash burial launch to the moon, and in 1997 they took 24. When this burial took place, they took 24 remains of humans up in a space shuttle for a flight or space burial. They put these things out in outer space. Apparently this is an all-the-time thing that you can pay to get your ashes buried in space now. New one to me. But apparently this has all taken place since 1997. So this is in this current reality. This predates the Mandela Effect awareness of CERN. So, but then again, with Mandela effects, that's how it works, right? With JFK's assassination, the car being different, quantity of people in the car being different, Hitler's eyes being a different color, the Statue of Liberty getting a piece of shrapnel damaging the torch. The North Pole doesn't exist. There's no landmass up there. World changes in this reality. But if we can communicate, if we can all communicate with each other, and everyone is being honest, and we are communicating across universes, across realities, across dimensions, that is huge. Unless she's getting wanked via some sort of a psyop, which is very, very, very likely, which is my concern for her. It's interesting that she has always been, in her memory, always been from the Orion Belt. She's the only one that I've heard mentioning that she's actually from Orion, here with us Sag folk on this Orion. So, like, subscribe, share my videos with everybody. Please, everybody, take and share my video. Pound it over to J. Chris. Pound it over to SMQ. Pound it over to Dale Dufay. I need these guys to get in touch with me. I talk to J. Chris. I usually call into his show. I've talked to him several times. SMQ. He does like live chats with Chick, who I think is out here on the West Coast. I'm in Arizona. But guys, we all need to open communicate with each other. I'm going to track down this woman's information, see if she's got an email address on her channel, and start trying to get in touch with her, because I am hyper interested in that scenario. If we are cross communicating through multiple dimensions via a quantum computing, via the internet, that's huge. Potentially really huge. All right, y'all. I'm just about to work, so have a great day. If I don't post up or hear from anybody over the weekend, have a great weekend. Look, enjoy life. Let's all get this shit figured out, but let's not lose ourselves while doing so. Have a great night, guys. Have a great day. I may even do another video later today, depending on what I find out. I'll talk to you guys later.